or wait a few minutes to smoke because I
Yeah,
already know
let
how
them
they
get up
be
in
acting
this
on this
motherfucker. Let it
on
simmer.
this YouTube.
Let them get up in here. Let it simmer.
This gonna be a good one. Reacting with you, man, to this joint. I think you're fitting for a special guest.
You know?
I think you're very fitting. We're gonna let him.
I'm happy to be here.
We're gonna let him come on up in this motherfucker.
I'm happy to be here, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You been doing any more music?
Yeah. I just dropped a video 2 days ago. I'm about to drop another one. If the damn videographer sent it to me, I'm gonna drop it. I'm back to back on it. We going crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Back to
cold.
back on it.
That's gonna be cold. I ain't gonna lie, I like your music, man. I do.
I appreciate it.
I do. I like your music. I've noticed that you kind of. It sound like to me niggas kind of bitch your style.
Speak on it, church.
I don't know. Like that's just from what like how when I go back into the history of it and I look at like some of the beginnings of who was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know
When
what
you
I'm
go look
saying?
at the dates,
I start looking at it and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this young man was already doing it.
come on, I was first.
Yeah.
Keep that shit a buck. You know, when them dates come,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Almighty was around 2016, early though. When and it's like I walked so niggas could run. They was talking about, oh, y'all rap off beat, y'all rap this way, and then you know what I'm saying? Like we walked so certain niggas could run.
I'll be real with you, Almighty, you my partner. I'm not a big fan of it. I guess like I've been more tolerant to it lately because I hear so much of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, it's gotta be some that I like. You know what
Right.
I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. But to me personally, wasn't a big fan of it because you know the music that I came up on, you know, motherfuckers was rapping on beat. You know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
singing on beat.
Right.
What's next? Singing off beat?
Facts. And it's like we wasn't even off beat. And it's like, of course, the nigga who duplicated gonna be a little off beat because nigga he don't really got it like that because he hearing it and then you know when you like that's like when you play that game as a kid and you whisper in somebody's ear and then they whisper and then they whisper and then the message at the end be completely different.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like when you don't start it, when you playing Messenger, the message come out a little different.
I don't know. Like I said, for me, I wasn't never really a big fan. Like I mean, when I first heard it, I think because I was hearing it come from like I don't want to call motherfuckers clowns, but like I would hear it from like some true nerds. Like I'm like, you just really can't rap. You know what I'm saying?
You really just can't rap.
You really just can't rap. Like that's how I looked at it now. As it become a style, all right, yeah, cool, but I don't know.
It's just become, man, rap is just that. It's not even about skill. It's not about who's the best. It's not about skill at this point. It's just it's like a popularity contest now. You don't gotta it don't really matter who's better or who got substance. Popularity contest.
Right. How was your experience doing the interview with Adam 22?
That shit was cool. It was cool. It was cool. We did our thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't ask no crazy ass questions or nothing. It was cool.
Yeah. What's up to the chat, man? I see the chat up in there, man, moving.
They definitely in here.
Come on now. It's nothing but love.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep that shit positive. It's all love this way for sure.
I watched, me personally, I watched a piece of the interview earlier, but I said, man, I think it'd be better if I react to it and then having you come and pop through, you know, even colder. So I like that.
Sharp called me, sliding through, man.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, I think this one right here gonna make for a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, would you I was overhearing some shit in the interview with the youngster and Adam, and they was talking about a celebrity boxing match. I'm like, first and foremost, this little nigga ain't no damn celebrity.
Where's the celebrity? The fuck? Still nigga not no goddamn celebrity. Y'all throw that celebrity boxing word around real loosely, Pete. Very loosely. I am flabbergasted, nigga.
Hey, I definitely I can't wait to dive into this thing because I definitely want to hear just the language that was being kicked throughout it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely interested because I haven't heard it yet. So I'm definitely coming in as like I said. I caught a piece of it earlier. Then I got busy. I had to take care of a few things. I said, well, fuck it. Let's do the live reaction to this motherfucker. I want to do it live, man, right here in direct.
And I was trying to get him to understand where we coming from because like it didn't seem like he was getting it. He just like, oh well, why can't he and why? It's like, nah, he can't. He can't. This shit is in you. It's not on you. So I had to get him to understand with some analogies more into his world. You know what I'm saying? I had to give it to him in the BMX and the skating type of sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you seen somebody just you know what I'm saying, fabricating everything you do? Like, same thing with frats, fraternities. You know what I'm saying? Just anything, motorcycle clubs, biker clubs. It's all the same. When there's any type of camaraderie with men, it's all the same.
Even when you was talking about that, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. You was talking about the like the fraternities. Who was that? That was in that? Wasn't that Boosie? That somebody like? Shout out to Boosie, by the way. But
I think it was like Boosie around when COVID was first going around, and Boosie had, I think he had like a frat fraternity sweater on and something, and all the college frat people was like, you're not from this frat, you can't wear that, you can't promote it. Either he was promoting it, selling it, something like that, but they felt some type of way because he wasn't a part of the fraternity. It's like, you got to respect that.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. I know it's probably changing. Do you feel like you're a violent person?
I don't feel like I'm violent. I just feel like I'm gonna stand on certain things. Cause I'm not just out here looking for problems at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely just not gonna let you roll over me either. I'm gonna defend, you know what I'm saying, how I feel as a man.
Right.
You know? I'm not walking around asking for nothing, you dig? At all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, let's look at the facts here, right? And it doesn't matter who it happened with. I just want to look at the situation at hand, right? You just had a viral moment with me. We just did a viral moment within an interview that had a little bit. It had a little bit of verbal confrontation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it really got to a point to where it was gonna get crazy, but it was already there. And then to hear somebody like you talking in other interviews, man, like calling people out their names, doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then to come back 2 weeks later and then have this battery in your back of, well, I'm about to get ready to start calling you out your name. Like if you would have let that, let's be real. There was a double-edged sword for you. It was a double-edged sword for you, bro. You wasn't winning that regardless.
At all.
That's what it looks like to me.
Once I entered the room, there was no winning that.
There was no winning that, bro. Mm-hmm. He came and where he one-upped it was he came in with a different energy than he did before. And I don't think that you would have subjected yourself to that if you had known that's where he was really about to be at, you know what I'm saying, on camera. I mean, how do you really know, right? You don't talk to him.
No. Going off the last interaction we had, how do you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking you just finna come up here and just, you know what I'm saying, just wild out. Like, no clue. If I did, I would have been like, nah, I already know me and the type of dude I am. I don't even want no part of that. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm. I would have for damn sure be like, nah, Adam, you can handle that one by yourself. It's good.
Like, you was gonna lose that. Like, it sucks, homie, because it's like,
yeah,
you got people that was like, yeah, anybody, I don't care who it is, we don't have no name, anybody that would do that got something coming, right? Like I'm saying, man to man.
Anybody, just replace it with anybody like a motherfucking variable, nigga, like a math equation. Switch that shit with anybody. It would be the same outcome if it's two new people. Same shit. Lose-lose situation. If I let you call me a bitch, that shit is about to go on the internet and you never finna lay that down.
Yeah, that was over with for you. They would have tried to laugh you off the stage. They would have tried to laugh you off the platform.
Come on.
I'm just being honest. If we really looking at the shit, let's look at it. You was getting laughed off the platform if you would have allowed that to happen, and that came out, bro. Just because of what had happened prior to that.
I could have. It is like nah, and on the flip side of that, you a bully. There was no winning.
It backlashed on me some, man. I had a few people in my inbox like, man, this is your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because y'all seen somebody get hands put on them, I wasn't even in the motherfucking building.
At all.
I wasn't even in the state.
At all. He's sitting in the confines of his home.
Like, damn, bro. Like, that's why I had to ask you. I was like, man, do you feel like you're violent? Like, just so for the people to know, like, do you feel like that's the type of chip you walk around with on your shoulder?
Nah, like, we just ready to knock niggas out or at all. Like,
right.
Nah, bro. Nah, we out here trying, you know what I'm saying? We trying to keep this shit peaceful, bro. You know? You can't move like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always be ready to defend myself, because as a man, you always got to be ready to defend yourself. But I'm never out here just looking for problems. That's not the way to move.
And you know what's so cold? I hate to have to bust people's bubbles, but I know they saw this because I saw it. You know, they try to say like, oh, Adam was ready to leave the room. To be real, Adam was one of the first people over there. He was over there with another, I think it was an editor that walked in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was one of the first people that was over there, bro. I get they be making the memes and try to make it look like certain situations that didn't even fucking unfold, but like, look at this shit for what I bet people just like drama, bro.
They do.
People love drama, bro. Like for real, or like to make a spin of some shit that it really wasn't even that.
Completely switch it. Completely.
Come on, bro. Yeah, I'm ready to dive into this thing. I want to hear what y'all was on. It seems like it's a long one.
It's cool too. Let's get into that motherfucker.
Let's dive on into it real quick, man. Let's see what it's on.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today I'm in here with Floyd Mayweather.
Why you do that? Why he call you Floyd, bro? Why he call you Floyd, bro?
Extra the fuck out.
Come on, dog. Like he say, yeah, I'm in here with Floyd Mayweather.
Put extra on it and shit.
AKA Almighty Suspect. Yeah. How you doing, man? Chill. How you doing? Pretty good. Good. You know, you've been on the channel a lot more lately.
Shouts out to David Russell.
And we haven't really got a lot
David
of
Russell, I see
camera time together. So it felt like here and there. Well, we got a little 8 minutes the other day.
Yeah. And that little I think chimed in on a couple of live music streams every now and then. True. A little bit.
And that did make me realize
you're a little hip hop head, huh?
Nuanced take on music. Like you were shutting people down, telling them why their music's no good. And by the way, every other Friday we do the music stream where we're listening to your music on the No Doubt YouTube live. You get our reaction.
And for people to think like you getting on people's music, you got to have somebody who plays devil's advocate, right? Like you got to have somebody like it can't be every motherfucking song being liked,
right? That's
you know what I'm saying.
That's like I don't believe in participation awards.
No.
Nah.
I don't.
I believe in achievement awards.
David Russell, we appreciate you, man. Yeah. I might have some work for you too, David.
We appreciate you for sure.
I might have some work for you too, David.
You were breaking down for people why they had no chance in music pretty concisely. Like,
you gotta break that shit down because you know I do it. So like I break that shit down to like a science or a formula. Like man, X, Y, Z, that shit not working, or this is working for you, and I like that. You should keep doing more of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I really love that shit.
I've gotten so used to just kind of being like, yeah, all right, that was cool, nice. I've been doing it for so long that like going to war and like really giving somebody a 5-minute explanation of why their voice sucks and the beat sucks and the recording, it's like everything sucks, dude.
I think I'm gonna have to get to that point.
No, but then I love seeing that enthusiasm. I remember Gator showed up one time and he just sat down and started like actually A&R in people's music. And it was like, oh shit, like this is what it would be like if we were a little bit more invested.
Right.
It's hard to be like that for 7 hours though.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna end up arguing with motherfuckers over there because people get real personal with their music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it.
And are you really who you say you are if you're gonna like totally criticize some little white kid making an emo song and then go easy on somebody because they look tough? Because that's part of it too that I see all the time. Be some gangster ass dude with a terrible song, and everybody's sitting there. Yeah, that was cool. That shit cool.
See,
You know what I like about Adam? Because he makes sure it's ads all through these motherfuckers.
He run that shit the fuck
You
up.
can have YouTube red,
You
bro.
know he run that shit the fuck up.
It don't matter.
You know it.
It don't matter, bro. We're gonna let it get his bread.
I got arguing with my homies all the time, right? Where it'll be a nigga who's not really good at rapping, but like he a super thug. So they be like, he really be doing that shit fire. And then there's somebody else who just super, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he might be lyrically inclined, but he just fire overall. But his street background may be a little questionable. He'd be like, he'll be doing that shit, but bro, the music is great.
Right.
If he's shit and just a thug, I don't give a fuck that he's really doing that shit. But it sucks.
That's the difference now versus the SoundCloud era, is that during the SoundCloud era, you had this period of time where whoever was making the music that sort of like sounded the coolest or was the catchiest, whether you're Smoke Perp or Pump or, you know, even X at a time, Juice.
Hold the fuck up. Hold up. I caught that one, and I want to let you know. I don't think this man's scared of no fucking boxing match with him. Listen, homie, this some street shit, homie. This ain't got nothing. This was not for entertainment. I don't know why.
That's a outtrend.
I'm tired of
be
that, bro. People making fucking entertainment out of it. It's not. It wasn't. Yeah, it might be entertainment to y'all, but that shit really happened in real time. So please, my people, please show some respect to that. Just a little bit, homie. I get his jokes and all the shit flying, but let's keep the shit real. Half y'all motherfuckers wouldn't even have did none of that. Y'all would have sat up and got scared too. Half the motherfuckers, half the trolls.
I think that's it too. That a lot of people identify with Kelpy because that would have been them in that situation.
Come on, bro. Listen to me. I'm gonna be all the way honest. Okay. I've never seen anybody ever try to exploit the game, like try to go make it. Something like that was never about it. It was never. It's not a style, man. It's not a fashion that you can pick up. I'm tired. Like I don't like that, bro. That's the first time I've ever saw that. Like I've seen shit in the streets, but for it to go as far as it did, I was like, oh no.
Go on a serious platform where people are pouring their hearts and souls out, and you go up there and it's a gimmick and it's a game.
Yeah. Yeah, Soft White Underbelly was not a place that you promote your SoundCloud
at all.
I'm just being honest. It's not a place. I mean, I get a motherfucker's movement, man. I get what people are wrong. Hold on. Hey, Caitlin, we appreciate you. Appreciate you for that.
Appreciate that. Show a love. Show a love. That's right.
You know, like I said, bro, I get motherfuckers want to promote their shit. I'm cool with that. I get it. I ain't knocking that. But when you go on and try to portray something to use that as a catapult, nigga, and step on his face and then try to say, oh, well, I want to change now. Nah, bruh. I'm not going to respect that. And I'm not going to accept that. Like I said, a motherfucker would have came off of any other place. You know, any other platform. Hey, man, I probably wouldn't have looked at it twice. I see all types of fraudulent shit going on all the time that I don't pay really any mind to. You know, I just kind of keep pushing.
They saying something about your audio, P.
Can y'all hear me? How about now? Can you hear me?
I could hear you. Who cutting in and out, me or him? But I heard everything you were saying.
Yeah. No, some people gonna troll, bro. It be like that. But like I said, man, you know, it's. I wouldn't have never said nothing, bro, if it wasn't coming off of where I came from. And I didn't even expect, like I said, I didn't even expect myself to get on, bro, or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even expect that, bro. I put that on my soul, nigga, on Jesus Christ. Let me go to hell if I'm lying. I didn't even expect that, bro. It just happened. And this was never a blueprint for nerds to try to come up and try to play that narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that was set for.
You was going to tell your story.
And if your ass knew any motherfucking better, you would have knew, boy, you playing a dangerous game.
Dangerous game.
You're cheating yourself. Let's dive back in here.
Whoever, like, you could get away with talking about pulling up with Dracos and all this crazy ass shit because it was just kind of like fun, whatever music. But then right after that, we have this total swing to the other side where all of a sudden you can't be a rapper talking about street shit or thug shit at all unless you are certified. And in many cases, especially with the drill thing, you have people
that say the audio in and out.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
Let's see.
But I could hear you. Somebody's saying audio is fine. You need better Wi-Fi. Audio is bad. It's some people saying audio is good, and some people saying it's bad. Sound good. Audio is good. I hear y'all fine. Audio is beautiful. I hear y'all. It's choppy. People say it's 50-50, but I hear you fine.
I hear you fine.
Okay.
Here, hold on. Kill this fan. Ugh. How about now? We good?
They saying it's fine now.
I mean, I even killed the fan.
It was never bad. Same here. Y'all good. They trolling. Way better now. All right. They saying we good.
Let's get back in.
people who musically are fucking terrible, but they're literally murderers.
Right.
And so as a result, they're not
drop a song.
right.
No cap. You don't have to have no type of skill. They push you these days. Usually, like the niggas around you. If you just popping shit up, dude's like, you should start rapping.
Your city will push you.
Facts.
In a lot of cities.
Facts.
If they really think that you are a drug kingpin and a fucking mob boss and all this crazy ass shit,
but it's somebody else who he been grinding for this shit his whole life since he can remember. He been writing pen in the pad, and they just look right over it because he ain't killed them.
And it makes me feel dirty the older
I don't want to skip over that.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm for real. Like, listen what you just said. Like, man, nigga can have good music, but he gets skipped over because he ain't killed nobody.
Right, and that's a problem.
You know what I'm saying? Or he ain't probably, or this man probably ain't waving 100 guns in his videos. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, come on, bro. I don't like how that part gets skipped over, you know. And I'm not saying Adam. I don't think Adam did that on purpose. I'm just saying I think it needs to be talked about because that's where motherfuckers feel like, oh, okay, well, shit, I need to go catch me a body. I gotta go catch me a body real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can try to blow up.
That's promoting, and that's promoting us. That's promoting mass incarceration. Like, let's keep it a buck, my nigga. For sure.
Say that again.
That's promoting mass incarceration.
Real shit. And that's why when motherfuckers try to say, like, I'm promoting, you know, people to go to jail. I'm like, bro, I ain't never got up on nowhere and ever told anybody to go be anything in the game. Not telling you to go be shit. But whatever you're doing, just be great at it.
Right.
Clean up the areas you need to clean up.
Right.
Oh, bruh.
When I look at artists who they're nice, they're cool, they're musically talented, they got a nice personality, they're hardworking, but at the same time, they don't really have like any kind of real life background to talk about. So as a result, the music comes off super corny, and you hear it, and you're just like,
that too.
Nice
some
kid,
sort of authenticity,
but it ain't going nowhere. Like they're just, you know. But then at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna tell that kid? You can't tell him to go fucking hang out on the corner for 10 years,
right? But sometimes, look, I say this. Sometimes it's the nigga who's next to you who can tell your story better than you can. Usually, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to throw no names, but like a nigga like Ice Cube.
Right.
They say Ice Cube was never like a part of no official gang, but nigga, he depicts street life beautifully. Today was a good day. Nigga, that shit is, you feel me? That shit is like, nigga, a street poetry movie. You know what I'm saying?
Anthem.
But like, he not a gang member, but he can get you to see it in your head when he's rapping it better than somebody who might be involved.
We got you, David Russell.
But okay,
we're gonna speak on it.
Street fluid.
Listen, we're gonna speak on the Monday show, all that, but this interview's kind of long, so I just wanted to kind of dive into it and get it going. So we kind of, you know what I'm saying? So we can get the picture painted and see what, you know what I'm saying? We can get down to the meat and potatoes of this one.
like accepted by the streets or whatever. That's a totally different. But you're not a killer. You're not some fucking crazy ass game member.
Completely being outside of that world.
Right, but then it's hard to be, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but it's hard to be like somebody who's just really like. All right, there's a super underground artist from a city that the other day I was talking to a friend of mine. And I was like, you know what, that kid is almost kind of tight. Like he could almost be popping. Like I could almost imagine myself managing him. And his response was, I heard my homies told me, he goes, I'm pretty sure he's from the suburbs, and I'm pretty sure that all the dudes from the city don't fuck with him because they think he's a soft ass, like regular ass dude. And I'm just like, damn, just kind of had like my balloon fucking deflated a little bit to realize like, oh, that dude acts mad cool when he around me and shit, but in his city, he's probably not gonna get that kind of reaction. And your city is really where this is all gonna come from, you know? And that's like a different city than LA, so I'm like totally like foreign to whatever the fuck's going on out there.
You definitely need your hometown support. Definitely, in my opinion. But sometimes it takes for you to get popping outside your hometown for the people at home to start fucking with you. Sometimes,
right? But like, or somebody like, okay, I have no idea anything about Roddy Ricch's time in the streets.
Right.
I don't know anything. But he makes awesome fucking music, so he's a huge fan base. And he doesn't, like, he's been, I think, pretty deliberate of, like, not leaning on that. He don't talk about that, he don't do videos and nothing anymore. He's just, like, kind of left all that behind. So I feel like that doesn't, it's like he's accepted. People know that he's from where he's from, but it's not, like, a constant theme in his music either. So he kind of puts himself in a different position.
I think it's the kind of music he makes, too.
He's just really, really good.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. And he doesn't, per se, make, LA type of music. He from here, but he makes more a wider range of music, more so Atlanta, you know, vibe, auto-tune-ish. You get what I'm saying? He makes more of a wider range of music, so he has a wider appeal than your basic LA artist, or not basic, just your super hometown LA bred type artist.
Yeah, there's a ton of fans who probably don't even know he's from LA. You know.
Facts. And that works sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When people hear you and they
shout out to you,
immediately put you in a region, that shit works.
True. That makes sense. Although I feel like everything's regional as fuck and non-regional nowadays.
At the same time.
You know? But anyway, so I noticed that the other day you beat the shit out of somebody on this podcast.
All right. So see
this nigga, bro.
Shout out to you, Adam. Hey. I like how he eased you into it. Right. It was smooth as fuck.
That's how you can tell he's been doing this for a long time.
Bruh, Adam is good at what he does, bruh. Like, that's really giving him his flowers, bro. He's really good at what he does because he really do know how to fucking conduct an interview and get it to where it needs to be, you know?
All facts.
Hey, I like how it was like, oh yeah, would you? It's like this, like, oh, what'd you eat for breakfast? Oh, what'd you eat for lunch? Oh, yeah.
So calm and smooth.
Yeah. So you beat somebody's ass the other day over here. It's like, damn, bro, we just got done talking about, nigga, I had a kale shake, nigga, so you beat somebody's ass. Like
nigga said that shit casually over breakfast with a smoothie.
That shit's funny as hell, bro. I gotta get into this. I just thought that shit was funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah. So I just want to first say, okay, from your memory, how did I even hit you up about being on that podcast? Because the theory is that Adam 22 set it all up, which you and I both know it's not true. But how did I approach you? What did I say to you?
You honestly was extremely hesitant to do it, and so was I. You know what I'm saying? You
were hesitant to do it. You did not know. Right. Okay. So now I remember it. I asked you because
And no, the sound didn't cut out. What in the entire fuck, bruh? What the fuck? Damn, bruh. He said, no, you was that. But that goes to show that you weren't really trying to be on any bullshit. Because if you were trying to be on any bullshit, bruh, I don't think you would even showed up. Like, I'm sorry, you wouldn't even have thought about it, rather. Excuse me. You wouldn't even have thought about even like, nigga, what? I'm just there. Almighty.
Can you see me?
No, you went black.
Hold on, let me try to fix it. Can you see me now?
No.
What the fuck? Let me hop off and then add me back on.
All right, come on. Yeah. That's wild, man. I need his reaction to that. Oh, damn. Damn. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, bruh. Let's run that back just a little bit.
Extremely hesitant to do it, and so was I. You know what I'm saying?
You were hesitant to do it. You did not know. Right. Okay. So now I remember it. I asked you because I figured that I was going to be a little sympathetic to him.
Here's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
For real, bro. Like, this how I know. I hope people are listening to this pod just as much as they listening to everything else. Like, Adam is pretty much unraveling how it all played out. He's telling it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want it to be both these niggas. You feel me? Both of y'all on some suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like a we on his head type of thing.
But that's why I wanted you to do it with me, is because I'm like, okay, Sharp and Suspect were both barking on him during the whole fucking interview. Maybe if I'm in it, Suspect will be able to say what he got to say.
Not barking. Chopping.
Verbal
judo.
Come on. Chop suey.
Nigga.
But it'll be a little bit more controlled. We can get a little bit more what Kelpy thinks.
I was really trying to keep my calm.
That's fine, honestly, yeah.
I was trying my...
Almighty. He got a little bit of verbal judo.
Yeah, little chop suey.
That's all it was. He got a chopping.
Just a little chop suey. That's it.
Let's get over that fact.
Just a little shrimp fry, stir fry. That's it.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Who just said that right there? Suzette.
That's
I
fire.
appreciate you.
That's fire.
I'm a writer and using you as an inspiration for a character star. Big fan. Suzette, I appreciate you, sweetie, and it's much love. You hear me?
That's dope.
My best, especially when you got the fucking boss in the room. I'm trying my best, you know what I'm saying, to be on my fucking P's and Q's and shit.
They made a good point, though, that I should have sat between you guys.
I don't think it would have
mattered. You saw how slow I got up?
And how fast I did?
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I would have been sitting right there. It
would have been the same shit, just you'd have been closer to that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm high as fuck. And when I'm approaching you from behind, it's like you're swinging and your elbows are going back. And I'm kind of seeing the elbows coming back. And I'm just like, it felt like a video game. Like, oh no, there's like spikes shooting out of this wall. like, how am I gonna get in here? I was just not ready for that energy, bro. And people are like, Adam, I was just watching the Joe Budden clip. Joe Budden's like, Adam was so scared. I'm like, bro, I wasn't scared. Why would I be scared? I was shocked. I'm high as fuck.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna agree with Adam ass, because Adam keeping it real. Like, I think anybody would have been shocked that wasn't like, he's not turned up in the mix. He's not really feeling a certain type of way. So of course, anybody that's sitting in his situation is gonna get caught off guard. It happened very fast. He thought you was just gonna sit up and just be like, what? And what, dive back down, nigga? You not about to rewind? This man already done sat up.
Ain't no way. You should have known me better.
Man, the toothpaste is out of the tube. There's no way to put it back in, bro, once it comes out, dog. I'm sorry, bro. Like, once he's sitting up, it's already there, bro.
You got to clean it up at that point.
Come on.
Nothing to him. He had nothing to be afraid of. He was just shocked. Like, oh shit. Like, you know, some people, like, you either have fight or flight. But if you're not in the situation, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
If I was standing outside the liquor store in a bad neighborhood and the same thing happened, I probably would have reacted the same way, which is I would have been like,
Oh shit.
You know, if it's not directly coming towards you, then it's really not like on you to all of a sudden snap into warrior mode. It took me a couple seconds to realize, like, oh, I actually do. I gotta hop.
Like it's my building. I gotta do something.
I can't just walk away. I almost walked away, and if I had walked away, it would have been so viral. I kind of wish I did just for that.
You should have immediately just walked the fuck away. That shit would have been viral. But yeah, people didn't really start coming to grab me until I started like strangling them. That's when everybody started grabbing me. That's when, because the elbows stopped flying. So everybody was like,
it's great that you can like hear Flacco in it.
That shit was crazy.
Flacco is just one of the people who was sitting in the room.
that shit wasn't cool though.
Nah, we're gonna wait to unravel that. I was gonna unravel that right then and there as it's coming up, you know, about the Flacco situation, but we're gonna wait.
Yeah, that shit was real unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? But he called me a bitch, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, so as a dude who's from the streets, and we dealt with this with Sharp as well, where like at least once, a couple times, different girls have called him a bitch and trying to be funny about it. Oh, nah, bitch, I'm not like. But then Sharp, you know, he's from a different world. He don't really take it the same way. Is that's one of the main things, right? Like,
what niggas fail to realize is, if this shit don't work out, I gotta go back outside.
That part.
I don't know if people can. I'm gonna sum that up very easily. I just feel if this shit fails tomorrow, crashes, burns, 0% of living, I still gotta go outside. I still gotta walk in the streets somewhere. I still gotta be places or just anywhere, bro. I'm not about to hear about that. Now, nigga, I'm outside somewhere. Let's just say I'm outside or I'm out in the mix somewhere, and somebody comes and just says, "Hey, man, I'm gonna call you a bitch too." What the fuck you talking about? Oh, well, you letting all them call you bitches? No, we're not gonna start that calling Sharp a bitch trend.
We're not starting that narrative.
We're not starting that. Come on, bro. We're not starting that.
Because once you just let it pass, now it's like, okay, he cool with that shit. So now motherfuckers gonna try you. That's just how the world works.
Bruh, you think that could have possibly happened to you if you would have allowed that?
Hell yeah. Hell
like
yeah.
People would have walked up on you on the streets and just been like, hey,
are you a bitch ass nigga? You a bitch then. That's just the truth. On God. You let a grown man call you a bitch and he don't got no gun to your face, ain't no police around, you got to do something. Something. I know it's different circumstances for shit, but it's
for different people.
Right.
And for different people, I get that. Some people, this is where we're going to put the transparency at. Like, for some people, I can get it. I understand their side of, okay, how they're looking at it. Like, oh, this was very fucked up. He's just a kid. He's this. Like, you can tell, like, he's not really real, but it's like, let him be, let him live. But you got to understand, this boy 20 years old. He's 20 years of age. He doesn't go to juvenile. If he go into, let's just say he go to county right now, nigga, nobody's gonna say, hey, and he's talking shit to somebody, and somebody start binging him up. Nobody's gonna really say, hey, man, he's just a kid.
Oh,
that's not gonna happen, bro. That's not the way it goes.
It don't work like that.
But I was disrespectful, nigga, to niggas that I know that are still my homies to this day, nigga. I'm 16, 17. I'm being disrespectful, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? I'm saying something like, okay, nigga, I'm a man, nigga, bing me up. Bing, bing, bing.
That shit
matters. I understood, nigga.
That shit only matters when you're being respectful. Like, oh, he a kid.
I don't know where that code came into where, like, niggas saying, oh, they're just kids. Nah, bruh. I got popped in my mouth, nigga. Socked up.
Straight up.
Like, so I'm just saying, bro, like, that taught me better.
Straight up.
That taught me better, bruh. Just being honest. I know it might sound shitty, but see, they wouldn't really give a fuck about us because I guess we ain't sitting there, nigga. I don't want to talk about it like that because I don't get into, but I get it. I see it. I see what they try to gentrify and what they don't try to gentrify. You know what I'm saying? I see that, bro. It's like, it's a fucking fine line. It's a fucking fine line, bro. I see it. I get it.
Bitch, and then suck my dick. Yeah. Are like the three main things that stand out to me. And then
for LA niggas, weirdo.
Weirdo's true, though.
Weirdo. Those are fighting words here. You call a nigga a weirdo, you just might get punched.
Right.
For sure.
And then the new wave is dissing the dead homies, but that's like another level of escalation. That's a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Well, I think why that is like dissing dead homies is because people it's weird how people let you know how to get to them, because what's the first thing a nigga do when he get mad? On my dead homies.
Right.
On the dead homies. So you already, if a nigga don't like you, he already know how to get to you, because that's something that you always say. I say it's always best to, if you got a problem or you doing something, I would hope people would agree, shouldn't you move in silence on that? I thought real ones, they moved in silence. You don't entertain none of that shit.
At all.
You don't entertain that, bro.
I'm not speaking on the dead.
I'm not about to, man, listen, not even that. I'm just saying, if a motherfucker got a problem with somebody, they don't have to do all the talking and all the extras. Like if there's a real thorough problem, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all that extra shit. You don't have to say, you ain't got to diss his dead homies. You ain't got to go do nothing. How about you just go do something to him then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's just more words than it is people just trying to piss people off. It's not really no action.
Right.
Because there's nothing to really have action over. If there was, there would be no talking. If there was real action, there'd be no talking, bro. There wouldn't be none of these slanders, nothing that anybody got to even say to each other. Nigga, it's just up when you see them and it's stuck.
Thank you. It's already up.
There's nothing to talk about.
You just ready for war at that point.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. So, like, I mean, your whole life is that. Do you remember somebody telling you, like, if anyone ever calls you a bitch, you have to beat the shit out of them?
My pops.
Just gets worse, bro. When you talk about shit, it makes it more than what it never was.
I have. I did some Googling.
Yeah, my pops, like, you know what I'm saying? He always just raised me to be like that. Like, I can remember being like kindergarten. I've been getting fights my entire life. I got kicked out of hella elementary schools, middle schools for that shit, suspended, kicked out of districts, all type of shit like that, just for fighting. Like, I don't know, like, I always been a hothead, hot-tempered type of nigga. Like, I remember I was playing kickball, first grade. I kicked the ball, I'm running the bases. I hit second base. This kid, he tricked me. I immediately get on him, start strangling the nigga, and the TA ran across the field and broke us up. And it's just like, I don't know, like, I just always been like that. And I don't think I'm just like a super thug, but it's like, bro, you got a fighter. People just gonna always play with you.
Right.
Especially in the environment that I'm from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up, I went to elementary school, West Athens Elementary. I've lived all around, but that's on like 120th and like Athens. That's like super West LA, like almost, not super West LA. That's deep South Central, almost Compton. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always grew up in that type of area. All my people is affiliated, my cousins, my pops, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. So I always just been around that type of shit. So it's just like, I couldn't grow up with the pops that I got. Like, that's the type of nigga, like, if I came home with a black eye, what you do to him? If you didn't do nothing, I'm finna do something to you right now. That type of shit. Like, I remember, I got a close story.
But it was always just fist fight. He never suggested that you should take it further than that. And is that just like the time that you were a bit younger? Like, I don't know, like, because as a dad, how do you separate that conversation when you know that a lot of fights escalate to shootings in LA?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, keep it 100. My pops gave me my first strap.
At what age?
I was grown though. I wasn't a kid.
Okay.
I wasn't a kid. He wasn't like super irresponsible or no shit like that. Like, I was grown when he gave me, like, you feel me? Well, that was the first one that I owned as an adult. Yeah. My first strap that I had as an adult, my pops gave it to me.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I don't know, like, throughout my whole life, he kind of just like, I couldn't play no games like that. Like, somebody came, knocked on my door with a handful of rocks, like, I want to fight your son. He knocked on the door, elementary school, knocked on the door. I want to fight your son. And he had his hand behind his back. I remember I'm playing PS2. I see him go to the door, open it. My pop open the door, slide to the back. He here for you. Come outside.
Did you even know the dude?
Like, we was growing up on the same block. He lived around the corner.
Right.
And I guess we got into it earlier that day. He goes back home. I go back in my house. Maybe a couple hours later, he knocks on the door and talking about, tell your son to come outside. And he has his hand behind his back, right?
What the fuck?
So my pops he tells me, go outside. So he's like, come get this little nigga out the yard. I'm like, my pops said, get out the yard. He like, nah, make that nigga get out the yard. So I'm looking back at him. I remember. And then I guess he puts his hand out. He has the rocks. I take off on him. Boom, 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 boom. But I punch him in the chest. I'm like 7. I punch him in the chest.
My crazy story for 7.
Like, raise your hands. My pops and my cousin in the feds right now, they're on the side. They're like, punch higher, punch higher. I remember that shit saying punch higher. So as I'm punching him, I'm raising him. Then I start punching him in the face. Now it's full fight. I remember he's in the driveway. We in the driveway of my house. It's blood in the driveway, leaking. I'm throwing them motherfuckers. Young age. I remember my cousin screaming in the back, trolling and shit. Bite him, trolling. You feel me? My pops like whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I fight him, beat his ass. He goes back up the block. He gets his pops, and his pops. I remember his pops come off with his shirt off, mobbing down the street. And then my pops walked up to him like, what you want to do? He didn't want to do nothing, just a little back and forth banter, but they went back and forth. But this is just a story to just get you to the type of environment that I lived in.
Yeah, and pretty much what it does is it lets it be known, bruh, that I was already raised like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't trying to
raised like that.
Or nothing, but I'm just showing y'all the environment. That's just what we grow up in. Nigga came to my door with that shit. That's just how we grow up. That's just what comes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You either fight or you get bullied. That's how it goes. You gotta defend yourself in life. It's gonna be a time where you gotta defend yourself in life. That's just how that shit goes.
Let's see, we're gonna move to a new chapter on it. Let's move to a new chapter. Man, it be ads. Them ads be like booby traps. They be everywhere, boy.
Everywhere. Every section.
You feel me? So he couldn't do anything to me. Nothing. He couldn't. And we seen that.
I was talking about ODM.
Man, because some of the because HR was looking at me crazy when I was like, you feel me? Like, man, y'all didn't see that whole little ploy? Right. Like how he walked in with his, you know what I'm saying, with his muscle. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, but clearly that shit didn't affect my way of thinking.
But were you surprised?
I was.
But were you surprised to hear ODM Slim talking reckless about you on that other podcast? Because it seemed like y'all were cool when you were in here, because he was kind of taking your side in the whole fight, which is kind of surprising.
Because look, he didn't know during that interview, he did some research on me, and you know what I'm saying, we got some common affiliations that has nothing to do with no music industry, anything.
Okay.
You feel me? So he couldn't do anything to me. Nothing. He couldn't. And we seen that. He couldn't do nothing to me. Because you seen that energy on that interview. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to take away from his gangster. That's a look.
It would appear, yeah.
From a reputable neighborhood.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, now he couldn't do anything to me. And I'm not acting like I'm just super tough. Now, we got some people, you know what I'm saying? He knows some people who I know, and he couldn't do nothing to me. You feel me? But I just didn't know. I was just like, where's that energy coming from? I don't know him. He don't know me. Like, everybody just got fades for me. Like, I just don't fucking understand. Like, right. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like, nobody told me, honey, nothing was going to do shit to me.
But I don't know. ODM must have took that Kelpy, the initial Kelpy interview, pretty serious, because he fucking hates Sharp as well, which we didn't really see coming.
I don't know what his feelings towards that man is. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what niggas' problem be with the pimping, bro. I just don't get it.
But so did you talk to ODM after that? Like, you guys had the whole conversation here after the fight, but then did you talk to him once you saw that other interview and everything?
Nah, I haven't spoken to him. Nah. Because I just was like, it's nothing really for me to talk to him about, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, how do they say, like, nigga, the truth is in the pudding. We saw what happened on footage after the camera. He was picking up my glasses and helping me pick up my watch and stuff. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why he put that battery in his back, but that energy was definitely hella crazy. Like, yeah, we finna go up there with force. I was just like, damn, for me? It's just one dude, little old me.
I was asking Kelpy. I was trying to figure out if they were recruiting him for the Crips. He said he wasn't interested.
I hope not. That's not a good.
Is that right?
I was done with that one.
So we're at the live show, and this is like 2 weeks after the Kelpy fight, and there's some very inebriated women in the backstage area. And once again, Almighty Suspect found himself tested by God.
Bro, I just look. Let me walk you through my day, man. You feel me?
And you're
Let me ask you something.
Exactly.
That day, was you even invited to the live show?
Yeah.
Like from the jump?
But
like as I'm talking about, like as the shit was unfolding.
As it was unfolding, it was kind of questionable. But when I had contact with some people, that was like, I don't see why not. And
Yeah.
I get into it a little more in a couple seconds. But yeah, I definitely was. But I was more so worried, like, am I invited? Even though they're saying like you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, still, I was still kind of like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to push it. You feel me? Type shit.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sense.
Kind of walking on eggshells because it's after the fight, and you're sort of like, God damn, like I don't want to fuck this up. Hopefully, shit works out. You know,
Nigga, this is what I'm saying. Let me walk you through my day. I don't even know if I'm invited to the live show per se, cause nigga, like it's like I'm on detention. You feel me? Like I don't know what's going on. Like it's up in the air. I don't know if I'm fired at this point. I don't know if I'm suspended. I don't know what the fuck going on. Like,
and just to be totally honest, I was never like, I can't fuck with Suspect anymore. But we were like, we should probably distance ourselves, at least for the time being, till we figure out what this is going to shake out like. So that was kind of like around that time. That's why we like had you not come to the Monday show one week and shit.
I feel that. Because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, it's business, my nigga. And that would have looked better if it would have ended up being a court case. It would have been like, huh? He's not on camera. No, what you talking about? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'd have been good regardless. You would have won that shit. Because like
I had all kinds of different alternate options in my mind.
You definitely would have won that case. Because especially once that interview dropped, the previous one.
I mean, we can talk about it and let the record reflect about who would have won that court case.
We sure can.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not mistaken, there were multiple videos of this guy, you know, pretty much saying he want to provoke you.
Right.
He really do want to provoke you. Like it was really a problem, you know? And like I said, this shit should have been you take your chopping and you make a move. Now, if you can stand on that, you come back and you redeem yourself on a tip that you were supposed to redeem it on, hey man, cool.
Right.
Hey man, I can only respect that, man. Who am I? But you just to come back on some bullshit, like just off the dribble, like come on, bro. That wasn't it. It just wasn't it, man. That's all. Just wasn't it. And like I said, Kelpy, let's be real, homie. At the end of it all, can't blame ODM. That's the first time I brought his name. You can't blame him. It wasn't his fault. Kelpy is responsible for Kelpy. At the end of the motherfucking day, he's responsible for his own mouth and his own actions and the way that he moves. Period, point blank. And I'm looking at it from a business perspective, homie, in a street level. Like, at the end of the day, Kelpy, he's responsible for himself.
You're a grown man.
Come on, bro. It's hard to stand for somebody he's reckless like that, you know? I mean, come on, homie. Just keeping that shit a band.
That's the truth. You a grown man at the end of the day. Nobody your head.
And I don't see anybody that forced his hand.
At all.
Nobody forced his hand. Come on, bro. It was a delicate situation, man. What happened with even in the views and everything that's came about of it's very rare. Don't know if we're going to see this for a very, very long time again. And I hope it gets buried and we don't see it for a very, very, very long time.
Definitely.
You know, was it a bad look? Yes.
For sure.
Just as a whole, because it should have never got there.
Right.
But we can't, that just goes to show we can't always control what somebody say.
Right.
Come on, man. I want to hear this. I want to hear where you at with it.
Who would have played that shit in court? We would have been straight, Adam.
Yeah.
That shit they sign when they come in here is a really big deal. And also, you're an independent contractor. So those are both very much in our favor. Now, obviously, we got them to sign something in addition, which totally sealed the shit out. But from me talking to the lawyer, I was like, I'm not that worried about this. And the fact that ODM's still his manager, I'm like, this dude does not want to be walking around looking like a snitch.
Well, let's be real. You know, ODM, if I'm not mistaken, ODM even said he was like, I'm not his manager. Yeah, did he probably say it that night? Because I heard him say it that night in the interview they had did with old boy Jinx. They did the interview with him. And he was saying, like, yeah, he's under new management. But shit, I'll take it like this. He might have said he's under new management with somebody else. He's not saying he's under management with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's
so,
like,
I mean, I
even
don't
if
know.
it wasn't management, you was some form of representation that day. Some form.
Yeah.
You was some form of representation. Regardless of what kind. You was some form of representation.
At the end of the day, it's that boy fault.
Yeah.
It's that young man's fault.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, at the end of it all.
For the rest of his fucking life, I'm sure we're going to be able to make something happen.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. He's a fucking idiot, but he's a fucking idiot.
Let me ask you this. If excluding the DNCR, if you could see anybody sit down and have a conversation with Lil Kelpy, what would it be? Is there anyone you think could maybe like talk him some?
No, because like he, you know, like when motherfuckers be telling lies and like they believe them. It's like that to the point of delusion with this kid. Like I think he believes that shit. So it's like you can't really convince a motherfucker that God don't exist and fully believe that he does. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can't convince him. He thinks all that shit is serious.
Well, Alicia, I see you
grow into all this.
It's all love,
bro.
He could be the pimp that he believes that he is.
It is in you. It's not on you. Wow. This shit, bro. You can't do it.
Because you could be like a pussy and then take MMA classes for 10 years, and then by the end of it, you're a hard ass.
That's not the same.
Look, I'm not saying that.
Eat some chicken breasts.
Everybody has a past and everybody.
What you got to say to that? What you mean? That's not the same.
That's not the same from when you get in the gym and then you just learn how to box. That's not the same as claiming that you've already been in the gym and boxing and never touched one.
Well, we got a lot of people out here today that'll swear up and down that's what they've been doing from day one, church, and they've never been around any of that.
Ever. And that's a problem.
So, I mean, let's really look at it. But that shit still gets through the cracks.
It sure do. Every day.
See it get through the cracks every day. It's so easy, bro, to get on today. All it takes is a certain twist. You ain't got to be real. You ain't got to be real, bro. You ain't got to be real to get on these days.
Hell no. Popularity contest, like I said.
That's all it is.
Everybody comes from something else before they get involved in the game. But it's just like, bro, you took different people's stories, put it together. You know what I'm saying? You stole a lot of shit from Sharp, a lot of the shit. You said you watch it from YouTube. This is some shit that you have to get outside and experience. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit in the house all day and be like, I'm a skateboarder, because you hold your skateboard, watch skateboard YouTube videos and be like, yeah, I could do that. And then you just go buy a board, nigga, and then you get some bands.
Right.
And then you get what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, you gotta get outside and go to the skate park, nigga. You gotta see you kickflip. Nigga, your bands is hella clean. Them motherfuckers don't look like you don't got no holes in them. Them bitches clean as fuck. You ain't doing no tricks. It's obvious.
But kids ain't taught that though no more. Hey, you know you gotta really do it. You know back in the day, I thought that's what they called posers. You know,
straight up.
You're a fucking poser. You know, you don't really do this. It's just a fad. It's just a trend, man.
That's what they call those, nigga. Posers.
Come on, bro. Like, I'm just looking at it for face value. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You can't walk around like, and like I said, dog, I don't know what made this little boy want to come hop in any type of profession like that, bro. If you knew it was the most hated, you might as well went and picked up pottery. I don't know.
Something, my nigga.
Master
Go
potter.
learn a trade. Go learn a fucking trade.
Go learn something, bro. You tripping. I ain't want to see that for him, bro. No, it's not for him. And you could tell, I could smell it. It wasn't for him
at all. Hands look like you just bought them. Nigga, this motherfucker's over here with bands for 3 years, holes in them, all in the bottom. Nigga, 3 boards in, smashed up. Nigga, all type of shit. His trucks it's scraped saw under the trucks. Nigga, your board look real fresh.
Will we ever see Almighty Suspect with the fur coat and the pimp cup and the...
Yeah.
Oh, you do that from time to time?
But hold on. But I've heard this question get popped to you before.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cool with... I heard somebody say that to you before, like, is it cool if you wear that type of stuff before? Like, yeah, you was like, it's not a costume for me.
Exactly.
You would say something like, I've actually done this. Like, I've actually been a part of that. So it's not I can do that if that's what I want to do.
Right. Exactly. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? With people's birthday bashes and shit, you know, people have little birthday parties you might attend, you might dress nicely. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's not like some, I mean,
it's not day-to-day fit.
Yeah, not for me, but for some.
It was still hot outside when he wore fur, bro.
Hot as a motherfucker.
So-called fur. It was still hot, bro.
It was definitely hot.
It was heat waves in Burbank.
No cap. It was hot as a bitch.
I'm just telling it for what it is. For what he had on.
It was hot as a bitch.
For what he had on, bro.
It was still hot deep into
big-ass
October.
Jacket. You know what I'm saying? I even saw, man, you had your sleeves rolled up some. Like, man, it's a little warm today. Because it was unusually warm. You know what I'm saying? At this time of year. I'm like,
come on. And that's how I know. My birthday in October. Every year usually it's cold as a motherfucker. It was hot. Hot as fuck this year. People is, and for some vets and older people, you know what I'm saying, they still do that, but you know what I'm saying, I like to be comfortable, bro. I don't know how comfortable I can be wearing a suit every day.
Right, I feel you. What was your conversations with
that's
Sharp
real
like over this whole altercation? Because on one hand, I'm sure he totally understood you acting that way. On the other hand, I don't know. Maybe he thought it was a little inappropriate. Like, what was that like?
We both didn't think that shit. We didn't think it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like he forced my hand because I couldn't win for losing. If I didn't do nothing out of...
Hold on. Let's get that back just a little bit.
Yeah. Still do that. But you know what I'm saying? I like to be comfortable, bro. I don't know how comfortable I can be wearing a suit every day.
Right, I feel you. What was your conversations with Sharp like over this whole altercation? Because on one hand, I'm sure he totally understood you acting that way. On the other hand, I don't know. Maybe he thought it was a little inappropriate. Like, what was that like?
We both didn't think that shit. We didn't think it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like he forced my hand because I couldn't win for losing. If I didn't do nothing, Adam, let's just be fucking realistic, bro. I would never live that shit down.
They're still talking about academics getting called a bitch by Vic Mensa. And academics is like not a street dude at all. You know?
Jordan Poole can't play defense on nobody no more. If Jordan Poole plays some defense on me, I'll be like, nigga, I'm finna call Draymond. You ain't do nothing to him. I'm on the court.
Why you do that?
On that nigga head. You know what I'm saying? You can't live it down.
Shout out Draymond Green, though. Jordan Poole.
Shout out to bitch. When you do something wrong, you fucking bully. The only way I could have won is not doing the interview. You know, I was hella fucking skeptical about doing that. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was just like, all right, first interview with Adam, like, that's cool. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Whatever.
Okay. If that situation happens again, though, I'm going to give you an alternate route that would have made it all right and would have let you save face. You could have said, and again, I totally don't blame you for the way I played out because I get it. But you could have said, all right, Kelpy, you just called me a bitch. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk my ass outside and I'm going to stand there and I'm going to wait till you're done here. And when I see you, you got to fight me. Or you could have done something that like didn't do it right here, but basically made it clear that I'm not engaging in this conversation anymore, but we need to go handle this like men.
I get
which I also should not be encouraging. But
I get what you're saying, but I'm a get out where I'm mad at type of nigga. That's just what I've always been taught. Get out where you mad at.
Right. But your ass probably, and this is just saying now because it happened, your ass probably should have got down where you was mad at Almighty because that was airing.
Right.
So I don't think it would have mattered even if you would have went and whooped his ass to a bloody pulp afterwards. It still would have stood the same that what happened on that camera happened on that camera.
Facts.
And I believe that little boy knew that as well. I believe he knew that as well. That's why he was trying to put his stamp. And I get it. He was looking for a redemption. I get it. I just think that it was too soon and not thought through enough on his end.
It wasn't thought through enough at all.
You know what I'm saying? On his end. Because you're coming back after a couple weeks. I get that I get that it was an uproar and it was a lot that came behind it. But I feel like that's where you should have planned your great attack, like in a different, like still coming with the same energy. You say you like to fight with love, but when that happens, you came and start just calling them bitches.
Right.
You know, you say you got to fight them with love. That's why I heard him say you can't fight them with hate. Okay, well, man, you came straight in on some hateful shit. Like, yeah, this bitch. I'm like, what?
Right. Huh?
Hey, it's Sinful up here, man. Shout out to Sinful, man.
Shouts out to Sinful, man. I'll be watching.
Moving through here, loved one, for real. And I'm going to have to get you. Hey, we're going to have to get on together. I tried to go live with him earlier. My shit wasn't working. For some reason, I wasn't getting it, but now I get it. I figured it out, sure.
Yeah, shouts out to Sinful.
Let's see where we at, man.
Like, if you say something to me right here, like, I'm not.
And if y'all up in here, man, go follow Sinful to Pete YouTube, man. Hey, he be doing some crazy reactions, and not just on the game, but just from all different types of shit. Like, yeah, just all different types of shit. I'll say this: his channel is in the now. It's definitely in the now. Like the way he moves it, it's in the now, and I like that, man. Shout out to him. Go follow his page, man.
Even a meet me outside type of nigga. Like, we're finna fight right here.
Every fight I ever been in was like very much just like I got too mad, so I just started swinging.
Exactly. Anything else, because I might not be fucking mad by the time I walk out here.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I might be less mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not for that. I'm just a get out when I'm mad at type of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm angry right here, this where the fuck we can handle that. Like, but then again, look, I'm definitely gonna make sure that shit don't happen again. Cause nigga, I was on 10 motherfucking nights up in this.
Oh, we didn't finish talking about the girls fucking jumping on you on the show.
Yeah. So, you feel me? Going through my day, man, I'm still like, damn, I don't even know if I'm invited to this motherfucker. But nobody was like, you're not invited. I'm just thinking, like, damn, I'm already off camera these past couple episodes. But yeah, I was invited, you know what I'm saying? So I pull up, we backstage. These two drunk ass white bitches walk in, feel me, shaking ass on everybody.
I know exactly who you talking about.
Them bitches, boy.
Nigga, I don't even like saying these bitches' name because it's like the Candy Man.
I don't know them bitches' names.
Hey, it's like the Candy Man, loved one, I promise you. No, that was the Blackout Twins. You ain't never say, hey, that was the Blackout Twins. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know them bitches.
That should let you know everything, bruh.
Right.
They was trying to listen to this, bruh. Listen to this shit, right? I'm hosting the No Jumper Live show. I slide through the doors. Me, my homies, my security and shit. I got my homies with me, security, like, you know what I'm saying? We moving. I step out just to go smoke. And them bitches is out there, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? And, you know, she's trying to get to the back door. She's like, I'm with Sharp. I'm with everybody. She's like, I'm with everybody here. Like, man, let me in. Like, Adam knows me. Or, you know, this person knows me. That person knows me. Then the security's like, he's looking at me like, Sharp, you want me to let her in? I'm like, I got nothing to do with that shit.
Right, I got you to do
You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, the security said no. She was like this, bro. She said, yeah. She's like, I'll kick you in your face. Bro, put her foot up all the way up on this nigga's shoulder in his face. Like, she was like, karate kick you. Bow. Like, put her foot, like, nigga, she had no problems. Flex. She put her motherfucking foot all up on this nigga face. I said, whoa. I felt bad for him. Because he ain't trying to put his hands on no woman. He's not trying to put his hands, bro, he's not trying to put his hands on no woman. I can tell he's not. He's not trying to dog her out like that. Like, he's trying to be cool, you know? And I said, hey, sweetie, come on now. I kept it cool with her. I said, listen, you don't got to put your feet all over people. You don't do that. I felt like I was telling one of my kids, bro. Like, for real, because she just put her foot, bro. She just stretched it, nigga, flex. Like, I'll kick you all in your face, bro. I said, whoa. I said, hey, don't put your feet on him.
Hey, what the fuck?
Come on, bro.
You bitches out of pocket. Them bitches wild. Oh, them some
Bruh,
wild
put foot
bitches.
all up on the man's face, bro. I'm like, look, don't do that. Don't
You
do that to him.
disrespectful bitch.
Bro, I'm talking about, nigga, her smelly, she had a smelly, I know, nigga had her whole little smelly ass half calf Ugg all up on this nigga shit, bro. Like, I'm like, bitch, what are you doing?
You
What the
weird
fuck are
ass
you?
bitch.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Too much. Come on,
Bruh,
man.
you
Mind
don't
your
do that.
manners.
You don't do that to nobody. Like, I had
Mind
to
your
let her know. Like,
manners,
I wasn't
bitch.
saying shit to her because nigga security got to do his job. So I ain't got
Right.
nothing, against that. But for you to sit there and like you start putting your feet on him and he's looking at me like I felt like I'm kind of obligated, like to, you
Right,
know what I
like help
mean?
me. That nigga looking
Yeah,
at you
like I
for
kind of
help.
like even though it ain't my job, I'm like, bro, like I told the bitch, hey, don't do that to him. That shit was
Come on,
wild. The
bitch.
blackout twins, nigga. That bitch was like, yeah, I love the Sharp Tank. She was like, I want to come on immediately. I was like,
Bitch, no, you don't.
no. That bitch sinister. I'm cool. I don't want to deal with
Yeah,
that shit.
nah.
I ain't always looking for, bro. I'm not looking for that really at all. I never
Mm-mm.
really do.
Cause
For
that's
the
too
people
much.
that
Them
don't know,
bitches wild.
man, I don't want to deal with that shit, man. I already see what's coming from a mile away. How y'all feel about Kelpy wanting to box with Almighty?
Like he a cloud demon.
I mean, I think everybody should know that.
I
Like,
think
come
that
on.
nigga's a cloud demon.
That's just to keep something going, homie. That's all
Exactly.
that is.
He don't want
And
to
if
go
that was,
away. He want his 5 minutes of fame to turn into 30. Like he don't want this shit to go away. Like that's what that is for sure. He don't want this shit to be over with. It's over with. He
this
trying
the
to milk
same,
that shit.
this the same kid that called and told them put the video out.
I would, bro. This
Hungry for
super.
views lately.
Come on, the clout
Hungry
demon. You
for
a real
views
idiot.
lately. You going on other shit and you seeing that shit's getting like 20,000 views, 30,000 views. You see it's not really getting anything.
Not help. It's not working
So
for
it's
you.
like, fuck. I know if this one drop right here, I'm gonna really get my due season. Man, hey, fuck it. What I gotta sign? Drop that shit.
Facts. That's exactly what he thinking. I just
Come
need
on.
whatever clout I could get, and that's crazy. That's the world we in. Ain't no way in hell. I
Bro.
would never in life. I'm not signing up for no shit like that, nigga. Crazy as fuck.
I'm gonna be
That's a
real
real
with you, bro.
dumbass if you ask
Can I
me.
can I be honest with you? If I was really like chasing that, like if that's what I was really on, don't you think I would have brought back all the confrontational people that I've dealt with?
No,
I don't want to deal with them, bro. I hated our experience. I hated our sit down. Like if I had to get out of character some or had to really exercise my right and just in how I feel, then I don't want to have to really, I don't want to sit back down with you. I'm not here to
mm,
pick on you nor bully you, but maybe you needed to hear what I had to say. So that, hey, we don't even got to do this no more. Just take what I told you and try to run with it. Hopefully you can use some of that in the future. If you don't, I promise you, you're going to go back and you're going to say Sharp was right. You ain't got to tell nobody. It'll be our little secret. Don't you worry. Because I know, bro. I don't just be talking out the side of my fucking neck. I ain't stupid. People
because
just
the
don't
nigga
want
don't
to
want that
listen. They don't.
energy.
You know what it is? They don't like the messenger. That's what it is, bro. They don't like the messenger. They don't like the background. They know what I'm saying is true, but they can't agree with it because it's me,
And they see the same shit with me.
nigga.
I
It's
I see
because it's
that comment
me.
all the time. I like what Suspect says, but I just hate. He was right, but I just hate how he said it. Man, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck the route? Long as we get there, nigga. Was the
What would I?
destination and
What
the
would I?
time the same? It ain't take us no longer. Then what the fuck we talking about?
What would I do if I was in? I see somebody's have a comment. What would I do if I was in Almighty's position? Um, shit. Keep mashing. Stay real. Stay humble through it. I mean, you don't really change. I mean, I don't see what he's supposed to try to gain out of that. But whatever
Right.
comes to him organically, that's cool. Take what comes to you organically. He don't got to push the issue to nothing. Obviously, there's enough people around us doing that.
Exactly.
We're just here to just keep the shit real. I mean, shit. I sounded the shit off. Let's be real. And how it all happened, how it even transpired, even bringing him up in there. That shit, it's other people that took it into their hands. from other media places and just shit like that. Just people taking it in their hands because they're trying to get something.
Right.
I don't know what
All I
happened.
do is be
What
myself.
happened in
Nigga said,
mine?
I
I
can't
never
be cloud chasing.
I never
I'm just
looked
being
for
myself.
a second. I never looked, Almighty. I never looked for a second or third interview out that kid. That's not what I was looking for. Hey man, I needed to chop you about what I needed to chop you about, and it's done. When it comes to that, he's a cool kid. I respect him as a kid, as a man, whatever. Like whatever the case may be. But I just won't ever respect you as no ism, homie. And you
I
keep
can't.
making a mockery, and it's taking the little bit of respect that I did have for you away. Because you keep trying to make a mockery, you keep trying to like push this false ass narrative. But
You
that's
keep going.
cool. That shit's out of our hands anymore. He'll see. That's all I'm gonna say. He'll see.
Yeah.
This
He's for
shit,
sure gonna
sometimes
see.
shit can get bigger than me and you. Don't got nothing to do with us.
When this little torch burns out, he gonna see for sure. When this little 5 minutes of fame burns out, he is gonna see, because it's not something you play with, and you just exposed yourself to the whole world.
And I
And
don't want him to end up, and I said this to you, I don't want him to end up like, and shout out to Welvin. I don't want him to end up like Welvin, where niggas is trying to beat him up, nigga, for content.
that's
Every time they
exactly what's
see him in
gonna
the
happen.
streets, now he's running around scared, bruh. Like, don't hit me. I don't want to see that, bruh.
Right.
That's not what this shit have painted, but I know how this type of shit plays out.
Yeah. And I had compared them to I was like, look, I got respect for a nigga like Slim Jesus, because I don't know if you familiar with him, but when Slim Jesus came out talking that whole Chicago drill shit, when he did his DJ
And
Vlad
I
interview and
remember
Vlad
something about
asked
him
him,
backing it up and him
he was
saying,
like,
like,
I'm
hey,
not with
that's
none of
not,
that.
he says, I've been around it. If I can quote, he says he's been around it. He knows people that's done it, but that's not really him.
And I would have felt that. I would have been like, all right, you still playing out here, but at least you came up here and
Hold up, is
kept
that,
that
hold
shit a
on.
beam.
My bad. Hey, if that's Mitchie Slick, man, shout out to Mitch. Hey, that Mr. San Diego's finest, man. If that's Mitchie Slick, man, shout out to Mitchie
Shout out
Slick,
to him.
man. That's my nigga right there. Hey, man.
Dago legend.
For real, man. Hey, Dago love, homie. For real,
That's a
for real.
Dago legend for sure.
Yeah. But back to what you were saying.
Yeah, like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you come out like that, it's like, all right, you still playing with yourself, but I can respect that because you just came out here and kept that shit above. That's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you keep just fabricating this shit now, it's like, nah. Now that's when niggas gotta say something. But if you come out, keep that shit 100, it's like, all right, bet, salute you, my nigga. Do what the fuck you gotta do. That's why I never had nothing to say about Slim Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Cool, my nigga. Do whatever the fuck it is that you do. At least when niggas ask you, you keep that shit up. Bam. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
I respect it. Let's dive back in for a second. We're just getting bits and pieces, you know, and then hopping out, you know, just keeping people involved here, man.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate everybody that's sliding through tonight, man, and just, you know, just
Showing
being here
love
for
for real.
Yeah, man, and showing love, man, for real. Because this shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this shit been hectic.
Man.
This shit been crazy as fuck.
Man.
It's just super got out of hand, like just the whole situation.
This is facts. Super out of here. It blew up way out of my hands.
As soon as I walk in, they just walk and just twerk on me immediately and just start taking pictures. But they was doing that to everybody. But
they told AD's girlfriend that he's their favorite celebrity.
That was wild.
It could have been a fight right there.
I pull up. I got a foe. Right. I got a 4 ounce, 200 a fucking ounce. I got a foe. It's in my 1 liter, and she grabs my soda, and she pours it in her cup.
Crazy,
bitch.
In like a cup.
What's that? Who was that?
One of them bitches. One of them fucking bitches. Man, I was highly upset, dog.
You talking about at the show?
Yes.
The Blackout Twins.
This is backstage. I'm highly upset. I'm like, no, this bitch didn't.
Them bitches is different.
And it was so
at its
fast, like I could only catch her like mid-pour. Like, bitch, hold the fuck on. I told her just like that. I grabbed that shit. Oh,
Which one was it? The one I don't know if they both. I think one of them had braces, one didn't. Was it the thicker one that did it?
The one, did she have on Uggs and like a black dress?
Yeah,
the one with the
both
Uggs
did.
and the black dress.
They both did, I think.
Nah, I
They
don't.
the
I don't think.
blackout
I don't
twins.
remember. I don't remember. I'm gonna see you a picture after, and I'll tell you. But I don't remember. Like off the top of my head, I gotta see a picture. Cause yeah, somebody took a picture of them bitches on me.
The blackout twins, bro.
Yeah.
I never seen nothing. Hey, listen to me. I ain't gonna lie. Backstage, them bitches get physical. I heard them bitches downstairs. Like, nigga, somebody came upstairs and told me, Sharp, there's two ladies downstairs that keep saying your name and they're looking for you. I'm like, well, keep them downstairs. I don't want anybody that's up in here looking for me. It's cool. Meet me at the meet and greet. Let's meet me at the rendezvous point.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for none of that. And I can hear like some chicks downstairs, man, like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's going on? And then when I come down, I see it's them two. Because I'm about to get ready to go on stage. I got a host. So I go see, I'm like, man, what's these chicks on, man? Sharp, we love your show. Can you have us on so we can roast, so you can roast us? Like, we want you to get on us. I'm like, no, baby girl, I mean, you cool. I'm not looking for that, man.
Right.
I'm just here to do my thing, man, and get moving. You know what I'm saying? So for people to think that like it'd be scripted, I don't look for that. If that was the case, bro, I would have had back a lot of different people that I've had those confrontations with.
And just bring it back on because it's like, nah.
I had Kazum Doom with me a couple times. That's cool. I think she was cool, bro, but I don't know. She got on some weird shit, man, and that's why I don't think she be making the views like she once did. Shout out to Kazum Doom. Kazum Boom, wherever you at, baby.
Shout out to Kazum.
You having it your way. Oh my God, man. That shit was wild.
That shit was crazy. Them bitches had me highly upset, bro. Highly upset.
She took your bottle, bro.
Bro, I grabbed that shit and poured it back in my shit. Like, bitch, don't you ever in your fucking life touch
I'm
my
not
shit
gonna
like that
lie.
again, bitch. You know how expensive this shit is, bitch? I grabbed her cup and poured it back in my shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Was it a fresh cup?
Yes.
Was it a fresh cup? No, I'm saying
Fresh
the cup
cup.
that
Yeah, she
poured
grabbed
in.
the fresh cup.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I
Because I
poured
was
it
gonna
right
say
back in
I
my
would
shit.
not trust nothing.
Because she grabbed the cup. No, she grabbed a new cup and she grabbed my soda and poured it. Talking about, is this Sprite? I'm like, bitch, the fuck?
Hey, bro, wherever the blackout twins is, hey, y'all interview worthy. I just want y'all to come sit down and come tell me a few stories and see if it is worthy getting on you. Wherever you are, blackout twins. I'm putting y'all light out in the sky like Batman. Come get it. Dinner served.
Them bitches, boy. I almost flashed
When
out
I
in that
asked what the
motherfucker.
bitches' names was, they say, yeah, them is the blackout twins. I said, oh yeah. Them ain't the bitches you want to be around. Because you need a lawsuit and a warrant. Fucking with them.
Fast. Lawsuit.
Matter of fact, I just had Laura. Shout out to Laura, publicist. She watching right now. Publicist, no joke. She said, "Hey," because she's watching. She says, "I'll hit them now." So yeah, we'll get the blackout twins up in there, man. And I promise you, them little bitches get physical, man. They be
I
on
almost
one.
got physical with them
They
bitches.
be on one, bro. For her to take even your bottle and do what she did, I don't know. You think we should do that one together? Blackout twins. We'll do blackout twins. Let's sit down with the blackout twins, man.
We could do it. We could do it.
Yeah, I heard they cool when they sober. From what I hear.
Because no, they was definitely out their mind. They was out their noggin for sure.
Yeah, from what I hear that they, you know what I'm saying, they cool when they sober, but they ain't get that name for nothing, bro. And I saw them on one.
Yeah, them bitches
Man,
was
that
for
bitch
sure
put a boot
blacked out.
right up on that. Listen, bro, that nigga put his boot. She made me feel like she a nigga. I'm calling her a nigga like she just was like,
yeah, because that's some
like
grown
I'm
man
really
shit,
karate
bitch.
chop.
What the
Bow.
with this
And she
bitch?
put her leg like all up on this nigga's shoulder, like nigga, like leaned her tippy toes all up into his cheek. I said, oh no, we're not doing that.
Nah, bitch.
We're not doing that.
I
I can't watch that because like I'm watching her take advantage.
Yeah, relax, bitch.
I'm watching her take advantage, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the whole situation, I'm like, no, look, you're not gonna put your feet on nobody. Like, we're not gonna do that. I said, I get you just trying to have a good time and you just trying to hang out, but we not gonna be on none of that bullshit. She kind of calmed it down, but they was trying to get onto the stage. They was trying to get through that door and the security wasn't having it. He was like, hell no.
Not you, bitches.
Jose, I'm telling you, bruh, you ain't never seen this before. These little bitches is weird. And I ain't gonna lie, the one bitch, and I ain't got nothing against her, but the one little thicker one, you look like your little kitty cat stank. I ain't gonna lie to you. You had like a little bit of cat hair on your dress. You ain't get the roller out before you left. You're supposed to keep the roller in the car, baby.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
I keep it in my backpack.
Yeah, you supposed to, you know what I'm saying? And some
Come on.
Summer's Eve in your purse.
Come
You're
on.
supposed to keep some Summer's Eve, baby, and a lint roller with you at all times.
Keep me, and you feel me, real nigga.
Come on,
I keep
you the
my lint
blackout,
roller.
you the blackout twin. You know, you do shit when you black out, so you gotta make sure you got tools on you.
Yeah, them bitches look like they smell like wet dog.
Bruh, the one I could tell she was slithered, sloshed, wrecked. Like she was melting, bruh, like trying to get through the door, like let me through the door. Let me through the door, like what are you doing? Like let me, I'm here with whoop-de-whoop. No, fuck you ain't.
Yeah, bitch, I don't even know you like that.
Bruh, she poured your whole phone, you ain't do shit. She poured your whole phone, you ain't do shit, but you took off on Kelpy, nigga. What's wrong with you?
Hey, because I was able to pour that shit right back. I poured that bitch right back.
Hey, I feel you.
No,
You ain't want no
Hey,
type
look,
of aid.
what was cold? Look, I really couldn't do nothing because nigga, AD lady right there, like, recording.
Wow.
Couldn't do nothing.
See, I think sometimes, man, like you shouldn't have had to do nothing. I get you. I'm just talking shit, church.
Nah, I feel you, but it was just like, nigga, this on camera. Even if we wasn't though, like, this is not a good look, my nigga. Like, you don't gotta do all that. I would have did the same thing. You feel me? Just walk to the. I just went over to Duno little shit.
See you, loved one. I see you, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Hey, man, I'm about to make you a moderator, man. You know, just so when you come through, man, you know, make sure, man, the ism can be able to control some things too around this motherfucker.
You know,
you
the right way.
You gonna be up here putting motherfuckers in timeout. Stop talking. Hey, I hear him now. Hey, soft speak. Come on. Come on. That's my nigga.
You can't be doing that in here now. You know,
come
you
on.
know I'm fixing to check you now. You know I'm about to check you.
Hey, that's one of my favorite dudes to do reactions because he's funny naturally. Like he just be, and he does them all organic like me. So I respect somebody that don't be having no.
He will roast
you ain't got
the
no
fuck
script,
out
nigga.
of nigga.
Yeah, he ain't got no script to it. Yeah, he ain't got no script to it, man. That's what I like.
I'm talking about roast the dog shit out of nigga.
He do his thing. Let's jump back in.
When I'm out,
I'm gonna see. Let's go. See, I like that. There's a timestamps. I'm sure it was Laura that did the timestamp. So shout out to Laura.
Shout out to Laura.
You do a lot of fucking work around there, and I know you. Hey, you be looking for your flowers, baby. You deserve every motherfucking bit of them. You do a lot for
people
us.
in the office for sure.
It's the people behind the scenes, man. The whole squad, man. The whole squad do a lot of things for us behind the scenes to even make us where we're able to even be pushed or even be a part of the network, man. So shout out to everybody that works in that building, man. Right now,
real shit.
It's too many names to call.
Way too many. It's a whole team. We a family for real.
Let me see this one right here. We're gonna start it. And I want you to be able to address this because I feel like this is one of the most. This is probably one of the something people probably gonna want to hear.
Right.
I haven't heard this part yet. I'm just going off the timestamp.
Mm-hmm.
I know Laura's very fucking accurate with these timestamps, boy. She don't be playing when they get done. So I know this one's gonna. I know it's gotta hit for something. Let me see. Let's do it.
Surprised at all. We had a weird situation a couple months ago where I interviewed Swifty Blue, who you have had public issues with, and it was a little weird, especially because whoever booked the interview decided, put it on Monday, a little bit later in the day, the exact same time that Suspect is supposed to be here to be doing the live show. So that was awkward, and probably, on one hand, it's kind of a lot to expect our staff to know about everybody's beefs. But on the other hand,
I ain't gonna lie, that was definitely one of my thoughts coming into this job. Like, damn, nigga, you gotta smoke with niggas. But like, it ain't about me, because I'm always on 10. It's about everybody don't know everybody who I get into it with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I gotta send you a list. You feel me?
Right.
But I mean, I just feel like with him, the only reason that I spoke up with the shit, to be honest, I feel like that nigga a clown. I feel like he's a goofball, and you don't scare me. I just don't be up here. I'm just not a super ass internet nigga, and he a street nigga. So whatever happens, it's gonna be in the streets. So what the fuck would I get up here and just get the ranting about it? That's his thing. I'm moving, you feel me, nigga, militant, privately, especially if it's gonna be that. If it's that, it's that. And nigga, what needs to be spoken, what don't need to be said, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, whatever is up, it doesn't need to be spoken. Like, I don't know the saying exactly, but you know exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, nigga, basically, nigga, if it's up, nigga, it's up. We need to fucking talk. Like, you already been clout chasing me for weeks talking.
Basically what we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that you brought that up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we brought this up on live right now. We're talking about it. Like, if somebody got, like, you can find that person. You don't got to make 80 videos.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to do that. Like, I'm sure you can find that person. Y'all can talk. Y'all can do whatever. Y'all figure that one out. That's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? It don't take all the extras, man. It just really don't. Because I feel like that's what amps shit up even more. You know what I'm saying? Than it just being probably what it was going to be.
Exactly.
Adam, if he had anything to do with my channel, don't you think he would have fucking brought that shit in the interview?
Oh, for sure.
This man is a super clout chaser. Like,
for sure. I mean, it ain't even, let's not even just put that on him per se. That's probably 80% of the population.
Facts. If you got your opposition chain and you have an interview where he work, why wouldn't you bring it?
We all know that.
You just got the ultimate trump card.
I'm reaching. I can't say we should all know, because I know a lot of people don't know that, but just know that.
Right. People who are in that line of work, for sure.
80% of the population. Yeah, I'm talking about, man, anybody that feel like they can catch a wave off that shit's gonna do that shit, bro.
Straight up.
And they feel like there might be just a second. And I see you, Josh, it's 85% actually. I'll go with we'll stay at the 80. There's 80%, man, of people that do that shit right now just because they feel like they might catch wind off of it. It just might happen.
Because that's just the way of the world. People clout chasers. If they see an opportunity, they're going to take it.
And I'm going to agree with, who was that just said that? Eloquence is key. He wanted to get slapped. I believe that too.
Completely.
I believe that too.
Completely.
I believe that too. That's just my opinion. I believe that. I believe that he wanted that. But don't see like what it really brings. It brings more on to other people and just other shit like you. I hope nobody like that ever come back, man.
Cards for check-in. Like, you are clout trainer. Like, this is what you do. Nigga, if my shit got took and you had anything to do with it, nigga, you would have been on live with that motherfucker. You had some picture with it, with this, with it, something.
Right.
Y'all would have been together with that motherfucker on Instagram live with it, something.
So y'all already had smoked before this whole altercation about the signing to a black artist conversation. Did you guys already have some kind of gripe between you?
I remember I spoke up about the elote situation when
the corn man was getting beat up random guys.
And I was like, I don't think that shit is cool and I don't think it's right, but don't do it as a race thing, because if
I wasn't allowed to come when Swifty came. They didn't allow me in the building the day Swifty came.
If he was white,
I didn't appreciate niggas talking about, why didn't you show up when
wakes up
Swifty
every
came?
day.
Because they said You can't?
What?
The fuck you want me to do? Nigga, the boss said you can't come. The fuck? The nigga said it wouldn't be safe if you came here because we never know what could happen. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm not going to come. What you want me to do? Force my way in the building? Nigga, they told me not to come. Nigga. So I didn't.
Go rob the Mexican cornman. Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. They're just kids doing stupid ass shit. Like, it wasn't cool, but I'm just saying if he would have been any other race, it still would have happened. If the cornman just happened to be historically Chinese, it would be the same shit. Or if the cornman was historically black, if there was a corn lady and she was black.
Right.
And that just was the thing. Like, if there was fucking fried chicken ladies on the corner, nigga, you don't think they would be getting robbed?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's real
it's not
shit.
a race thing.
Come on.
It's just a stealing thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not cool in general. I just didn't like how they tried to make it a race thing. Like, yeah, those black people always targeting us. No, bro, motherfuckers, bro. Black people steal from everybody. Everybody steals from everybody. Now, I don't think motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, I'm only stealing from that race. If a motherfucker sees the opportunity, they're gonna take it. I don't think it's racially driven. So I just didn't like how everybody was just making it racially driven. Like, just make it a right and wrong thing, not a racial thing.
But that's kind of how everything is now, where like there's a whole like Stop Asian Hate bill that got passed in New York and shit, just because like there was, I don't know, maybe like 10 different incidents that they caught on camera where some random fucking homeless guy would just go attack a fucking old Asian person or some shit like this. I don't know how many incidents there were, but you know, what do Asian people do? They sort of come together, they try to make a narrative out of it to prove that they're being oppressed in a specific way so that they can somehow fight back against it. I feel like you kind of can't blame Mexican people for doing the same thing in a situation where you have a type of dude who we all know that like every fucking neighborhood has a corn guy or a guy selling mangoes or whatever the fuck it is on the corner. And yeah, they're standing there and yeah, they probably have like $100 in their pocket or whatever. But you know, that's why it pisses people off so much, is because that could be anybody's uncle in any fucking neighborhood, right?
I understand that, but don't get in the fucking comments talking about you black ass niggers. They're always doing that to us.
Okay, yeah.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
I said, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, nigga, because that's my problem. What the fuck?
Hey, I understand. Whoa, okay, yeah. That was a little vulgar of you, suspect.
Cause I had to just get right to the motherfucker. Let's just get right to the rice and beans.
That shit was vulgar as fuck to him. He was like, whoa.
You know, that's highly regular for us.
It was like being on an episode of Brian Gumple. Like, whoa, man, whoa. Hey, man. Hey, this is the Brian Gumble show, man. Like, hold on, whoa. You're reaching,
I'm
buddy.
like, nigga, feel me, nigga saying crazy shit. Like, you feel me?
I gotta run that back a little bit, bro. Adam funny as hell for that. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, they probably have like $100 in their pocket or whatever, but you know, that's why it pisses people off so much, is because that could be anybody's uncle in any fucking neighborhood, right?
I understand that, but don't get in the fucking comments talking about you black ass niggers. They're always doing that to us.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now the truth comes out in the comments, and I'm like, damn, that's how y'all get at us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at them like that, but one of my closest friends that I grew up, RP Jason Palmero, one of my closest friends that I grew up with was Hispanic. Bald head, nigga, socks high. I'm talking about like a real low, and we was trooping together everywhere.
Right.
I'm not that. That's not it. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just don't like how when shit happens, we just make it super real. Everybody goes through some form or fashion of discrimination. Period.
Hypothetical.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Let this ad play. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I'm like, even in the game, like, it's the most hated. So a nigga really goes through like the worst.
Yeah.
All right, I'll break it down. Like, and I don't want to, like, because I love the military. I love our military. So I'm like, it's like the Marines, bro. Like, it's one of the worst ones. It's like, nigga, this where you get tested one of the hardest, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where you really go. Like, this is one of them lanes.
That
where
shit
you really
illegal.
get tested. And nigga,
Stolen
you really
valor.
get tested the hardest. So I think it's why are people trying to act like, oh, go easy? Okay, then tell him go down the hall and to the left. Make a quick right and hook it. And that's where you probably should be, because this ain't really for you.
Thank you. That's illegal, nigga. It's called
Nigga,
stolen
the
valor.
fuck is wrong with you? We're not pimps, you dummy. You're stupid.
Yeah,
Why would you
stop
even
saying
sit there?
that.
We don't go on camera. I'm not nigga. Hey man, I've done what I've done in my past. That's
Yeah,
just
don't say
me.
none
I
of
just
that.
carry some of that game with me.
That's
Fucking
it.
retard. You're dumb. But I mean, hey, how about you? You out the game? Or you still in it? You see your answer? What's your answer? No, you don't answer that. I don't care. You don't answer that. You ain't got to answer. Don't answer that. It
You
don't
know
even
what I'm saying?
fucking matter.
Look, we
It
just
don't
do
even
what we
matter. Last
do.
time I checked, he's a fucking podcaster, man.
Yeah, I'm a podcaster and we handle business.
Man, you're a podcaster.
Yeah, we podcaster and we handle
And
business.
if
We
that's
don't.
what was going on, wouldn't y'all want us changing our lives?
Thank you. Would
Like,
you want me
encourage
to
that.
evolve and elevate
Encourage
myself?
that, man. Man, encourage that shit.
Thank
They
you.
don't want me out
Encourage
in the streets
elevation.
because I'd really terrorize shit. Shit, well, hey, man, I ain't talking about the bitches, but this, man, the game wouldn't be safe because I'm really going to blow all whistles, man, and call all fouls. But I just stay back, man. I like podcasting. I like what I do, man. I like content creating.
I love it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasting is the way to go.
What was your experience on the Cam Capone?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I fuck with Cam.
Not everything was cool. Just stop that. Stop that. Just stop that passive aggressive shit. I don't want to hear that. Not everybody you felt cool about every situation. I don't believe that shit.
I
I
ain't had no problem with it.
don't believe that. I don't believe that, Almighty. I don't believe like every situation was cool. I get it. Adam knows how to conduct himself. Adam knows how to move. I'm not saying Cam Capone doesn't. It was Cam Capone that interviewed you, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even. I don't even think it was Cam Capone that interviewed Kelpy.
Yeah, it was actually Cam that interviewed me. I didn't. Hey, to me, I didn't really have no problem. It's just like that's what's gonna come when you got some viral moment going on. People gonna come and want to eat off that. So it's like I ain't got no problem with it. I've learned to deal with people with exactly how they are. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Who you want to go to next?
You feel me?
Who do you want to go to next? Who could you see yourself like? Do you feel like you've gotten your story out already and you don't need to really go to anybody else? Or do you feel like there's still a little bit more to it that you probably didn't feel comfortable with at the time to tell?
As far as like this situation or like my story in general?
Let's start with the situation first and then we'll go to your story.
I mean, really, like, I think with Adam, I said it all with Adam, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said it all with Adam.
So
it's like, nah, as far as this situation, but I mean, of course, if they want me to come through, you know what I'm saying, for the right price, I would definitely slide through. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, promotion, good promotion, because I got other shit going on. That's not just the only thing I do. Like, oh, you're the guy that punched Wookie Whoop. Like, nah, I do shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We already do things. We got businesses going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already on No Jumper, so it's like anywhere that I do go would be a promotion. So what the fuck I'm doing? Whatever podcast, if that's podcast, if that's Twitch streaming, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll go other places, but yeah, it just gotta sound right. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my story, I mean, I think it was. I think I said pretty much all I could about the situation. Like, it ain't that deep, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel like it was, but it seems like. See, people try to. You know what? I'm about to blame the people that's at fault here. It's not the people that make the shit. It's the people that watch it over and over again.
It's the consumer.
Let's be real about it, right? At the end of it all, it's not us making it a big deal. It's the people. So if that's what y'all want, here, this is what you get.
Right.
Come on, this is what you get. The consumer wants it. Hey, that's what y'all buy, right? No, I'm not a roller 60. No, man. Hey, man, the S is for sharp, and the compass is for it's going places.
Thank you. Let these motherfuckers know, man.
I'm just being real. When I got it, man, that's what I got it for. The
I
S is for
gang
sharp,
bang.
man,
I
and
don't gang bang.
the compass is for going places.
I gang bang. I don't gang bang. Yeah. I gang bang. I don't know nothing about no gang banging, but I'm gang banging for sure.
This was fun. I think, and we almost at the end of it. It's probably got about another 15 minutes, but I say we dive into the Monday show shit with you, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
I say we talk about that a little bit. You know what you felt about the whole situation. Because you didn't really say much. I noticed. Listen, and before we get into it, I noticed you didn't say much because you really did want to keep it professional, and I don't think you had any problems with Flacco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was never no problems. Like everybody always tried, man, listen, homie, through anything that Flacco's ever done, whether it's right, I try to stand behind him, even though some shit I try to correct him on or tell him like, hey man, that I don't think that's right. But I just feel like maybe he might have pushed the barrier just a little too much this time.
Yeah, bro.
Because it was more internal. It wasn't even out in the streets. It was more internal what you did.
Yeah, you kind of crossed the line, my boy. Like, you know?
Elaborate. Tell us how you feel about that.
Because it's just like, if you didn't like how I was speaking to you, one, at the end of every show, you shouldn't be like, that was fire. Let's do that again next week. Closed mouths don't get fed, as they say. If you don't like what I'm speaking to you, all I have to do is pull me to the side and be like, yo, can we do this differently? Or, you know, can you back up off me a little bit? And I'll be like, I got to respect that as a man. You my co-host? All right, cool. I got you. Let's do it a little different. You know what I'm saying? But if you never say that, and then after every show, you like, that was fire. We got to keep it up. How the fuck I'm going to know that there's any problem?
Okay. Let's level here, okay? Like because I'm trying to I want to rock with Flacco some on this, but it's like he made it kind of hard because I'm like, Flacco, your best bet was you got to make. I'm just looking at it from an outsider looking in. Like you got to make it to where it works for everybody. Like you built this show with them. You built this show with Gina. If we're gonna keep the shit all the way 100, and what he tried to say was, oh, it's really my show. No offense to anybody in the office, but my nigga, that was not his show. I'm gonna be real, homie. That shit was built around Gina.
It's Gina's show.
Nigga,
and
that
I
shit
say
was built
that every
around
show.
Gina from day one. Nigga, I'm just keeping it real. Shout out to Gina Views, nigga.
Yeah,
like
I've
nigga, it was
been
really
saying
built
that.
around her.
If y'all watch the Monday show, I say
they
it
were
all the
trying to
time.
find
In the
a
beginning,
They were
in the
trying to.
beginning when Flacco be interrupting her and shit, when we be talking, I'd be like, nigga, I thought this was Gina's show. You fucking taking her job while trying to mediate. I thought this was her show. I say that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was under the assumption that it was her shit.
Bro, this was back at the old office. You know what I'm saying? And we're just talking, this ain't, I don't think personal. It's just, it is what it is because it's out there. So
Yeah,
it needs, I feel like it should be
public knowledge.
addressed. It's already been out there, and I feel like it needs to be addressed if that's what we're gonna do. How I looked at it was, Gina, this was kind of built around Gina. You know what I'm saying? Like it was done to try to get Gina, like, you know what I'm saying, we trying to find the perfect fit for her, trying to get people up around her because, man, we stand for it. Like she said, she is one of the only girl hosts in the office. She took the initiative to even try to step up and be something else outside of what she already does.
Right. Because she don't even do podcasting like that. She does battle rap hosting and shit like that. Interviews.
I commend her for that. You know what I'm saying? Because she really did try to step up, and she really don't get super butthurt. She could take a punch and keep on ticking. You know what I'm saying? Like she shows she can stand with us. That's why I respect her, because she really does, bro. She stands up for it.
And she do her thing.
She do her thing. She stand for it. Hate it or love it, nigga. She'll take the bad comments with not even necessarily good ones. I've watched her take many of those, but it don't stop her.
Right.
So to me, homie, if you ask me, she a true six man. She's what it stands for. Just so happen our six man's a girl, nigga.
Is thrown her way. She always play that shit accordingly.
Come on, I've worked with her many times. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, bruh. So for like that shit to even get shut down, like, and just the way it was just looking to me, I just felt like, bro, you should have. And all in all, for Flacco to make it feel like it's fair for everybody, I felt like you should have found a different slot and left that to them. Then that would have been more to me. That would have been more respectful. If you're really not looking for any problems, if you're not, if I'm not trying, I'm gonna act like I'm in Flacco's shoes. If I don't really want to, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this. It's not in the direction that I saw that it needed to go. Okay, my best bet is to make my, because I don't have no problems with my people here. I'll just leave y'all this and I'll go find another slot. Why didn't you do that? Like, why? That's all I'm saying.
Because you're the only one with the problem. If you're the only one with the problem, why don't you remove yourself from the situation? First, try to fix the situation. If you can't fix the situation, remove yourself from it instead of trying to dismantle the situation.
Was it possibly because you wanted what was already built? Say that again.
Right.
I'm not trying to throw nothing on Flacco, but I'm being real. Like, if that's what why don't you just say that, bro?
Right.
That's all you got to do. You just got to say that, and that at least that can be respected. I would, if it was me, bro. Honestly, and I know it's not me. I'm not Flacco. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that position. But if it was me, I felt like that's the only way you're gonna make right in that situation. That's the only way you're gonna make right, man. Here, y'all have this. We built this together. I'm the only one that's unhappy in this equation. I'm gonna find a slot elsewhere.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit. There was no reason for you to try to dismantle everything. If you're not happy, then just remove yourself from the situation. Not try to end the situation. There's other people involved in the situation who have no problem with it. So if you can't fix it, then just leave it. That's like if you don't like the team, you just try to get the basketball team canceled overall, or do you try to get traded? Do you try to get the team to stop playing basketball, or do you just get traded?
That's the nigga that I'll say, like, in this format, like, you you got the only ball on the court right now, and you gonna really try to go home because you ain't playing right. You gonna take your ball and go home when you know this the only ball in the park. We out here hooping. You gonna take your ball because you ain't getting the perfect shot, or you ain't getting, like, what you really doing?
Come on.
Let's be real about it, man. Like, Flacco, you cool, bro. I fuck with you
But
to an
that shit was
extent.
handled
To an
wrongly.
extent. Because of what you've been doing. Because I don't want to throw no, and people try to say like, oh, y'all say y'all cool with him, but I'm supposed to be cool with him.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
supposed.
have a problem
That's
with it.
how this shit works. And what the fuck do I look like? Just super bad mouth? You can't sit there super bad mouth, no. But no, I'm supposed to fuck with him. I'm trying to find the good in the bad. That's what I'm used to doing in my life. Is finding the good in the bad. So that's what I'm naturally gonna do.
I learned to deal with people for exactly how they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get it fucked up when you when you want them how you want them to be. Now, I learned to deal with people how they are and act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no problem with you being how you are. I'm just gonna act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no problem with you. I'm just gonna act accordingly. I see the type of person you are, and I see you act accordingly. Like, it's cool.
I just wish, like, I really have faith in Flacco. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I seen some of the weird shit he was doing in the beginning, and I'm gonna talk about it. I saw some of the weird shit he was doing in the beginning, and I was like, I get it. I think it'll all subside, and it did. I was like, oh, this is my nigga. Like, I've even respected him. Like, nigga, me and him make $300-$400 bets, nigga. Him playing Madden. I pay up. I lost. Now I still pay up. Like, nigga, here, I wasn't even playing the game. He was on the sticks, I think, with AD. I'm like, nigga, little side bet, nigga, here. Like, nigga, 300-400, you can't whoop him. He sit up, because I respect him. I like fucking with him. But then when I saw what he did to y'all, I'm going to be real. And Flacco, I hope you can understand this. If you could do this shit to your co-host, nigga, and somebody who helped you build that, I can only imagine what you would do to me. I gotta look at it like that. I was taught to look at it like that. I was taught to look at it like that. So, like, if you would do them like that, bro, and just kind of like cut the cloth with them, church, I can only imagine what you do to me.
Right, because we
You
not
gotta
even on
make
the
this.
same show.
Listen, I am praying to God Flacco, because I really fuck with you, bro. I'm praying to God you make this right. Like you, as a person, make this right, bro. Sharp said it, man. Make this one right. And I'm a nigga that, man, I stand by myself, Flacco. You know this, homie. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get her. So if I'm saying, like, just respect it, my nigga, for real. Make that shit right, dog. Make that shit right. Don't do that. Yeah, you can say it's Adam's show. It is Adam. Yeah, it's Adam's platform. But Adam left that up to Flacco. He's not going to force nobody around each other. He's going to say, y'all deal with that. Adam does give us the reins more than people know. Yeah. Everybody always thinks he's got this tight blade on us. No, he lets us freestyle and create. That's what we're there for. He's not trying to limit us
at all. Why would he force us to be together if everybody don't want to be there?
He's gonna leave. Yeah, he's gonna leave. Like, hey, that's up to y'all. He feels like they're adults and they can fucking figure that out. And that's just being real. That's not tooting Adam's horn. That's not nothing. That's just telling it for facts. He's always let us free roam for creativity and to be able to create. So, of course, he's going to leave that up to them. But if Flacco says he don't want to be there, all right, what do you think? He's not going to hey, y'all figure that shit out.
Yeah. That's how you do it. That's up to y'all. Because why would he? If everybody not happy on that motherfucker, there's no reason to force motherfuckers to be on it.
Adam can't sit there and sort through the pile of, well, who's the unhappiest and who's, you know what I'm saying, the problem starter, or who's saying little slick shit. That shit takes too much time. Y'all figure that shit out. Y'all already know what the fuck's going on. Period, point blank.
Fact. That's up to y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, the owner of the franchise don't get to the owner of the franchise don't pick the starting lineup.
And let's be real. For motherfuckers that say, like, motherfuckers bully on Flacco, niggas is willing to stand up for Flacco. Like, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't bully that man.
I'm not going to sit there and I'm out in the streets with Flacco. Or I even see him at a 7-Eleven, nigga. And I'm up in there, nigga, grabbing me a bag of hot Cheetos, nigga, and a Mountain Dew. And I see this nigga outside, some niggas pressing him, homie, I'm not going to walk by. Fuck it, we're both getting beat up. He's not going back telling that story.
If you think if anybody think that I would let Flacco get his ass beat somewhere, you crazy as fuck.
And I could just be walking out, I mind my business. I don't be having too many problems, but I'm seeing him have a problem.
And we ain't even
I'm not about to walk by him like, nigga, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah, right.
Facts.
Like, hey, man, y'all start that shit out. We're not going. Nobody wants to see nothing ever happen to Flacco. Nobody trying to put no hands on Flacco, nigga. Shut the man. Stop the bullshit.
I'm not bullying.
Stop the trolling.
Bullying at all. It only appears to be bullying because he don't say nothing back. It's bullying to y'all when a nigga don't say nothing back, but if he just says something back, it would be bullying. Now it's just a verbal. It's just a debate at that point. I'm bullying a nigga.
I rock for Flacco, nigga, right or wrong, because when you fuck with somebody, you fuck with them. But even though I tell him, like, Flacco, you wrong after the fact, like, nigga, what are you doing? I'd still rock with him. I would never want anything to ever happen to him. I think he even knows that. So I hope he takes what I'm saying really into consideration. Nigga, I'm putting it on the air right now. I'm putting it out to the world. Flacco, this one's up to you, buddy. Make this one right, church. This one's up to you. Make this shit right. You got no choice, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, you really didn't look at them in their face. If you're gonna tell these people, man, that you about to get ready to cut them, at least look them in the eye when you do it.
Come on, my nigga. Do it like a man. Do that shit like a grown ass man.
You wanna fuck them in the ass, pause. Nigga, at least look them in the eye. Pause. Nigga, don't try to sit there and try to play games with them, nigga. You know you're fucking them. You know what you were doing, bruh. I saw it in your face, sir.
And I seen somebody saying this conversation should have been had with Flacco. Any conversation that I have outside, I have it with Flacco too. So don't do that. Any conversation, like I ain't one of those. I say this with any situation. If I feel like your breath stink, I'm gonna tell you that your breath stink. Even if I told somebody else that nigga breath stink, I'm gonna tell you when I see you too. So I'm just saying that to say, like, don't think these conversations are just had here and not just had it with him. This is already public knowledge.
This is public knowledge. Like we're not here speaking
This
on
public knowledge. It's not like we
this
just
is
brought
no,
some
yeah,
shit up
this
out
is
the
no
woodwork that
back
was a
end.
secret.
Yeah.
This public
Come on,
knowledge,
yo.
and anything I say on this motherfucker, I'll call him and say, don't do that.
Flacco can call in.
That part.
If Flacco's in here right now, Flacco, you can call in, man, and say your piece.
Yeah. We see each other every week.
Like I said, I really ride for Flacco. Like, nigga, you're gonna make this right, bruh. You're not gonna make me look like a fucking goof troop with you. You're not doing that, nigga. We're gonna make this one right. I feel like that's the only way, bro. That causes too much dilemma. That's cool. Other people are coming down. But I think that if you ask me, and it's my personal opinion, I think you need to pick a different slot, my man. And I think you need to leave that to what that was.
Yeah. We just had the most views ever. Why would we just pull the plug? Sounds stupid if you ask me.
I believe it hit 11K.
11,000 in the
11,000.
live.
11,000.
That would be blasphemy to just for that to be the last show.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, I hope that gets right with y'all, man.
And then people always saying, why are you like that towards Flacco? Because after the camera goes off, he says to do that.
Carlos Perez says it was 12K.
12K. Every time me and Flacco get into it on the show, when the camera goes off, Flacco comes up to me and he says, bro, that was fire. If we keep doing that, we have a legendary show on our hands. See you next week.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Did he?
Every fucking week.
That's funny.
Anytime. And Josh can attest to this.
And Flacco, wherever you at, church, you can step up right now, man, for your testimony. Ain't nobody talking behind your back, church. If you see this right now, nigga, I will chime you in right now. Or matter of fact, we ain't even got to do it on Front Street. We can go to the back street, nigga. We go ahead three-way for whatever you feel about anything that was said, loved one. For real, because I've been wanting to catch up with you because I've been seeing what you've been doing. And I'm telling you, Flacco, you was wrong for that, man. And that shit don't make us look strong.
At all.
Come on, if you call yourself any type of a leader, Flacco, any type of a leader, man, that ain't how you lead. That ain't how you lead, nigga. You got a whole realm that you're supposed to be controlling and painting the narrative in. Nigga, you need to be doing just that. You need to be doing just that, bro. You can't be sitting up over there acting like it's unstable and you got problems. Okay, nigga, fix that within your team. You only got 2 other members to talk to. That's a very easy thing to do. They say Flacco live right now.
I see.
Flacco over there live right now. Well, Flacco, if you seeing this, loved one, don't try to put the wedge. Because I ain't going to lie to you, loved one. You going to lose. I'm watching you, loved one. It's been cool. I ain't got nothing against Flacco. It's been nothing but love. That's why it pisses me off because I know what I really do for that boy and really rock with him. I don't like that he's doing that. I don't like that he's doing that, homie. Come on, Flacco, you better than that one, bro. I didn't expect that one. That one kind of fucked me up.
Right. It's crazy how many people can be against him telling me. And it's crazy because that's how I feel personally. Like, nigga, when I be up there with Flacco and I be going back and forth, I be passionate as a motherfucker because I mean that shit. I'm not saying like, oh, they tell me to do that. Nah, I'm passionate about that shit. I'm saying after we get off, they be like, that you just did, that was fire. Whatever you just brought out, make sure you bring that out again next week because that was fire.
I'm going to be real with you. People like in the NBA get beat up for taking locker room talk outside of locker rooms. Like, nigga, that person that was taping out, I forgot what locker room it was, but there was like a whole bunch of confrontation going on in a locker room that was in the locker room. It didn't come outside or nothing, but somebody had taped it. I forgot what game it was, but that person got in a lot of trouble. Like, nigga, everybody was saying, like, man, everybody who had anything to do with basketball was like, hey, man, locker room talk is locker room talk. That shit shouldn't leak out to nothing. If there was any type of problems or any type of misunderstandings, that shit, anything can be talked about, bro. Anything, especially with somebody that you've been dealing with. Y'all can at least come to the understanding that there's eyes on everybody. There's eyes on everybody, bro. So we need to be able to keep things, if there's locker room talk going, that shit needs to stay in the locker room. That shit don't need to come out, man, and get to oozing, and it's it's a surprise to the people that you've been balling with.
Facts.
You can't do that, bro. I'd never want to play for your team if that's what you're doing. I'd never want to play for your team. I can't do that.
Facts. If you don't like the way that the team is playing, you speak to the team. And then you don't, that's crazy that you don't like how the team is playing, but every night you like, good game, especially that part where you shot that three. Like, especially that part you shot that three that was fired. Do that again next week. Shoot that same three again
I'm gonna
next
say
week.
this, bro. And I ain't trying to reach. I'm trying to just keep it cool. I love you, Flacco. I fuck with you, but it's time to humble you. Show me where you done did 500,000, nigga, by yourself. Come talk to me. Show me where you done did 500,000 views, nigga, by yourself. Everybody tries to pull you in on things. We all try to fuck with you, man, including myself. I'm a team player, so I try to fuck with everybody. But show me where you done did something, nigga, literally by yourself where it done went viral. And I ain't no hater. I ain't got to pull up the bullshit. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, nigga, a real interview, real podcast, nigga, something that just really went, nigga, crazy. And you had the control of the entire narrative. Show me. So let's humble that shit. Let's slow that shit all the way the fuck down. Nothing but love to you, Flacco. But truth is truth, nigga. Truth is truth. We're not going to do this shit no more. Niggas starting to get on high horses, and nigga, I don't act like that, bro. I love everybody, and if I can work with everybody, let's do what the fuck we do. I'm not bigger than anybody. I'm not bigger than the program. I was taught that. Real West Coast. Nigga, I'm not bigger than the program. I don't give a fuck if I am, nigga, striking numbers. Doesn't matter, nigga. I'm not bigger than the program. I can't do that because I wouldn't want a nigga that would have striking numbers and do that shit to me. Nigga, keep that shit respectful.
They said call him. How we gonna call him on our phone? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. I can't call him. Damn, that nigga shit froze. He probably calling that nigga. Hey. Oh God, that nigga, the whole shit just froze. He probably calling him. He gotta be calling him. Look, we still gonna keep this motherfucker going though. Till we come back in there, bitch. Look at that. Nah, that shit was uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't like how shit going, nigga, just hit a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't like how shit going, bro. You just call a nigga if you don't like how shit going. Hey, if y'all watching that nigga Flacco stream, he answering? He calling that nigga? I just want to know. But nah, like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Flacco, bro. Like, I don't got no problem with that, man. You feel me? I don't take this business shit personal. You feel me? Like, it's just that podcast shit. I don't take that shit personal. It is what it is. You feel me?